In the heart of the city, where dreams come alive, B ups on the mic with that fire in his eyes. From the court to the field, every game, every fight, he's the voice of the struggle under stadium lights. He's seen the highs and the lows, the wins and the pain, every triumph and tear, every loss in the rain. But through it all, he stands tall, never backs down, with a heart full of love for this sports-loving town. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Every story, every glory, every promise we keep. From the love of the game to the struggles we face, he's the voice of the people in the sacred space. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep. Sports talk we watch, where the passion runs deep.
What's going on, family? What's going on this Thursday night? You're watching Sports Talk. We'll be Watts. I'm your host, Bernard Watts. Do me a favor, hit the like button as you come in, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. Want to thank you for tuning in tonight to the #1 chat room on YouTube. The chat is lit tonight. I already know they're going to show up on my live show. It don't matter what I talk about. In the past, we've been talking about Shador, Shiloh, Travis, and all of the players that's in the NFL. But tonight, we're going to switch it up for a few and talk about Coach Prime and the Colorado football team getting ready for Georgia Tech. I got my two-side co-hosts tonight. That's Greg Sett and JR Boxing. You already know. Ain't no telling how this thing gonna go. But I'm gonna try to stick to my script. It's up to them to follow it. But we already know every now and then they'll get off it and do their own thing. But that's part of the show. So sit back and relax and enjoy the show tonight. But once again, hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed. And also hit that notification bell. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. All right? All right. Let me bring the guys up. I see JR Boxing is in the build. What's going on, big time?
Be Watts, what's happening? What's happening, Be Watts? Chat, what up, chat?
Yeah, we here, bro. Look, we got LaFrance George is in the building. Miss Fat is in the building.
We ready. We ready.
Miss D is in the building. Miss D, want to thank you for sponsoring this
Shout out
show.
to D.
Appreciate you. Benson Jackson is in the building. Yeah. Miss Carolyn Shepherd, what's going on? How you feeling? How you
There
feeling?
she go. One of the ladies down there in the chat. There she goes, CC.
I love CC's in the building.
CC, cut me some slack tonight, please.
Kenny Wilson, what's up, man? Appreciate you. Appreciate you tonight. Val Green is here. Appreciate you. Miami is in the building.
It's the Miami, Miss D.
Yeah, Miss Dawn Allen is here. Jabbar is here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you tonight. Appreciate you. Miss Lady is in the building. J.R.
There you go,
Boxing,
chat.
man.
What up, chat?
That's J.R. Boxing. Who else we got? Val C is here. Reverend Nelson, salute, my brother. Benzo, what's
Reverend
going on?
Real.
What's going
Diesel,
on?
what's
What's going on?
happening?
Yep.
See, she out trying to hit me with the knockout punch. Golly, CC.
Miss Crystal Wise Williams is here. Appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. Appreciate everybody in the building. We finna get this show
There you
on
go.
the road.
There you go. What
Miss
up,
Miley
Greg?
Mom.
What happened? What happened?
They know what time it is.
What happened?
TP
They try to act like they don't know what time it is around here.
Miss Sabrina is in the building. Ring my bell. What's going on? What's going on, Val? See, Miss Diane Brown. Alan, what's going on?
B Watson, we coming to play with these people tonight or what? What we here to do?
What's going on, Carl? What's going on, Duff?
South Haven, Mississippi.
What's going on, 414? What's up?
41J, 414J.
All right, fellas. I think I got them all. Let's get this show on the road. Once again, if you don't mind, hit the like button, hit the like button, hit the like button. Don't cost you nothing tonight. All right? All right. Well,
what we here to do, Mr. Miami? What we here to do?
We got Coach Prime. What's going on, Jim? We got Coach Prime and the Colorado football team getting ready for tomorrow night against the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. And I want to start it off with this right here. CU must control the line of scrimmage, JR, if they want to win this game on both sides of the ball. So when you look at the line of scrimmage, controlling it, what does that mean to you?
Controlling the line of scrimmage. Look, just through football, man, that's kind of hard to do. So I don't know if either team will be able to completely control it, but establish your rhythm. I'm all for that. So if CU can establish a rhythm on offense and be active on defense, it's gonna make for a long night for them Yellow Jackets. Make for a real long night, D Watts. So we'll see how things look. First quarter gonna be it's gonna be a big thing, man. It's gonna be a big deal, real big deal. That first quarter, we know what Georgia Tech MO is. They like to run that ball.
I want to see our offense going on 3 and out on the first drive. I don't want to see that.
Be watch. If the offense come out 5 wide the first drive, I might turn the TV off. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I can't. My heart won't be able to take it this year, chat. If Pat Sherman come out 5 wide, I might not be able to take it, man.
Y'all got to get out of PTSD. Are y'all still worried about that?
Greg, I'm hurt, man.
I want them to go 5 wide. That's what they said there.
Hey, if they going 5 wide and K Salt don't run the ball, like I said, I might turn it off.
What's happen though?
That's the only way I keep watching. If it's 5 wide and he throwing a quick screen, I might lose my mind. But nah, man. And honestly, I believe CU gonna come out and they're gonna look to establish a rhythm early. And that may be on the legs of your boy K Salt, B Watts. So if they could do that behind that big offensive line and get some easy first downs, that'll set the tempo on the offense. And then defensively, look, we gotta stop the run. The run has to be stopped. It has to. So will either team be able to completely shut out the other team? Nah. But establishing a rhythm on that offensive side, on the legs of K-Salt, I believe that could be done, and that can be done fairly easy. And then CU just gotta, you gotta keep them long runs to a minimum. That's for sure. No explosive plays in the first quarter for Georgia Tech, and then we'll be in a good rhythm the rest of the game, I believe. What you think, Greg?
This is what's gonna happen. This is the problem. Georgia Tech is gonna underestimate Colorado. They coming in here arrogant. been just, talking about Colorado and the celebrities and all that. And talking about what Colorado, even y'all talking about Colorado past. This team is totally different. The quarterback is totally different. The line is totally different. The running back, the coach, line coach, everything is different. How do you expect it to be the same? It's built different. It's built around different skill set. So for anybody to question if they're gonna run the ball, that's crazy. Even Coach Prime, he let you know they're gonna run the ball. It ain't that he wanna run the ball or we're gonna try to run the ball. They gonna run the ball and they're gonna run it well. They got some doggone 2 professionals over there on the left side alone. Both of them getting drafted. Everybody already know that.
Right.
And they probably got 2 more on the right side, depending on how the season go. We already on. Let me tell y'all something. Everybody talk about Colorado just put 3 people in the league. Three receivers in the league. And they forget, Weaver was there the year before. And all them boys played with Weaver. But Colorado only went 4-8, right? Well, it's gonna be the same way when they look at this line, except not the record. You're gonna look at the fact that all these boys gonna be the ones, they're gonna all be in the league and they're gonna play together. You're gonna look back and you're gonna say, no wonder. But right now you still looking at the past. You ain't looking at what's going forward. Colorado ain't been known for no line. But they're gonna put some boys in the league, not just wide receivers and cornerback, stuff like that. So this is gonna be a different type of team. And I think Georgia Tech gonna get smacked in the mouth. I think they're gonna get smacked in the mouth. And let me tell y'all something. I was recruited by Georgia Tech. I've been around Georgia Tech my whole life. I'm from Atlanta, right? And I ain't never respected Georgia Tech. Let's just be real. I'm for all these people who try to act like Georgia Tech some world beaters. I ain't never respected Georgia Tech. Nobody in Georgia respect Georgia Tech. They bought like Georgia State, what Georgia State is now. They could never beat Georgia. They every now and then, like with Reggie Ball and them went there, they compete. I mean, Hamilton was back in the day, they'd compete from just a rival standpoint. But at the same time, Georgia Tech ain't that kind of team. But every time somebody play Colorado, it's that type of thing. It's like, oh, they so good. Oh, they look at all the strengths. They're like almost like Shadua and up there with Gabriel. Georgia Tech ain't that kind of team. I don't want to worry about getting that from. I went to Georgia Tech games last year. My cousin played at Georgia Tech. He been at Georgia Tech 4 years, and Georgia Tech ain't like that. That was that boy from the Nebraska quarterback that was horrible. That Colorado beat him. He came from Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Sim. Yeah.
Georgia Tech ain't like that. They very inconsistent. They're a fluky team. They can have a good game. They can have a horrible game. And they don't have that many athletes like y'all trying to sell. I went to the game. Georgia Tech don't have nowhere near the number of athletes Colorado have. Nowhere near on any side of the ball. On any side of the ball. Now, the quarterback can run the ball if you don't tackle him, but they're not that good. And they run it back good now. If he can stay on, he one of the best in the country if he can stay not getting hurt every other game. But you mess around, he'll tear your behind up. That's about it. They ain't got nothing dynamic over there.
Yeah, but I heard Uncle Neely say Eric Rivers, the wide receiver for Georgia Tech. I think he had 1,200 yard receiving last year when he was at FIU, transferred there with 12 TD. DJ McKinney, the cornerback for Colorado, gonna go with him every way he lined up to be. Good move, bad move, or what you think about that move?
I think that's a good move. Look, DJ McKinney. Well, first let me say, for all those that think that DJ McKinney is not good, a good cornerback, come on, y'all got to cut this out. All right, DJ McKinney last year played opposite of Travis Hunter, and he did a tremendous job. A tremendous job. We didn't hear nothing about DJ McKinney getting beat deep every game or anything like that. DJ McKinney was solid in the run game. DJ McKinney was solid in the pass game. Now, I know people may critique technique and you look at the well-off film or you look at reach the people film and you see him get beat every once in a while, but I'm like, man, that's practice, man. That's what's supposed to happen. It's gonna happen from time to time. You're gonna get beat from time to time. That's the time to work on your technique. You're trying to hone your skill and your craft.
Right.
But if you look at the 12 games DJ McKinney played in last year, it was never a time where we like, man, we lost that game because DJ McKinney gave up 2 touchdowns. Man, we lost that game because DJ McKinney missed an assignment, missed a tackle on the outside. If you go through the stat line for the 2024 season, DJ McKinney was constantly one of the top 4 tacklers on the team. You look up pass breakups, DJ McKinney was high amongst pass breakups across the team. He only gave up 1 touchdown. Travis gave up 2. So, I mean, look, when you go and you look at it, I don't understand how you go from being a solid player to being heavily criticized over the course of a summer and you're not even on the field doing anything. But I think DJ McKinney gonna come out, and that's a great opportunity for him to show his versatility to them NFL scouts to travel with a receiver through the game. Because last year, he didn't do that last year. Nobody did it last year. Well, let me not say nobody. Only person that did it was Travis. Other than that, everybody had a specific role and they played their role very well. So, look, if Coach Prime trusts him enough, if Coach Kevin Mathis trusts him enough, if Coach uh defense coordinator coach
Rob Livingston.
Rob Livingston. Boy, his name left me that quick. If Coach Rob Livingston trusts him to go across the field, come on now. Hey, if you ain't gonna have faith in nothing, have faith in something. Hey, I got faith in DJ McKinney. He gonna get it done on the field, Greg.
I don't think that's a factor. I mean, let's be real. This team, they throw the ball a little, and he wants to throw it more. But what do you trust more than anything? Legs. They run these little jet sweeps and play action, all this weird stuff. And the quarterback want to beat you with his legs. He's more like Iowa State last year, those type of quarterbacks. He's not a pure passer. So at the end of the day, you got to really know the team that you're playing against.
Mm-hmm.
Colorado, I don't know. I can't really say BYU. He's not as prolific. Colorado faced better quarterbacks. They face better quarterbacks. They face more prolific quarterbacks. And this quarterback, he's going to be very similar to North Dakota State.
Yep.
The bigger size quarterback that can run and throw pretty decent. But at the same time, I don't think they really got a weaponry at the receiver position that makes him, his skill set and the receiver skill set to make it a really, really big deal as far as our defensive backs. My biggest concern would be tackling. We've been bumping into each other at practice, not taking each other down. That's what's going to really show. Tackling. Don't tackle like you did in Kansas last year. Don't tackle like you did in Kansas State. Tackling. Now we got new linebackers, we got new this, got new that. That's going to be the difference more so than the DBs. That's what I see. So as long as they tackling and they ain't bouncing off 5 guys and getting extra yards and getting first down and making big plays, then they good.
Okay. Now, as I recorded earlier today during my solo, Scott Proctor of DNVR reported that the most total TDs accounted for over the last 2 seasons, returning quarterback from a FBS school. Number 1, Kaidon Salter, 66 TDs. K. Klubnik from Clemson, 66. Georgia Tech quarterback was number 3. They have accounted for 62 and 66 touchdowns, more than any other quarterback in the country returning for this year. So, by saying that, JR, when you look at that, discipline on the defensive side of the ball will be key for Colorado defensive side, going up against that running quarterback or throwing quarterback, since he's coming in third as 62 total touchdowns in the last 2 years. The end at quarterback in the country. When you look at Colorado, will you be looking at seeing can they be more disciplined this year than they were last year? Because last year they were horrible when it came to discipline.
Yeah, no, look, B Watts, the most penalized team in the Big 12. Hey, we
Yeah.
can't go for
And
that this
Georgia
year,
Tech.
man.
And Uncle Needle reported that Georgia Tech was the least in the
Penalized
ACC.
team.
In the
You heard
ACC.
Coach Prom said. He said it at the press conference. It's the team that's not going to beat themselves.
Yeah.
Brent Key, great coach. Look, he got some momentum brewing over there at Georgia Tech. But like Greg said earlier, they'll play a good game and then they'll have a dud. So that shows from the record last year of 7-6. Everybody is glamorized by the Georgia game, but Greg said it, right? Greg said it. That's a rivalry game, guys. So that's what happens in rivalry games. One year they're gonna get blew out by Georgia, 52-3, and then guess what? The next year they'll take them to 6 overtimes or 7 overtimes or something crazy, whatever they did last year. But that's what rivalries are built on. Look, shout out to DNVR, Scott Proctor, man. This is a sneaky stat right here. Because when I look at it, Haynes King, this is what, 6-year college football?
Yeah, I was just going to say, this
You know
is
what I'm
6
saying?
years.
So, so he got a whole year on K Salt, and K Salt at 66. And Cave Klubnik, 4 years in, and he had 66. So that's a sneaky stat. But no discredit to Haynes King. Again, he a Texas guy, Longview, Texas. He was a high school legend. When you talk about Haynes King, you mention them are the likes of like Kyler Murray and Johnny Manziel when it comes to Texas football. He won a lot of games out there in Longview, Texas. Highly
He's a
recruited, went to
Tebow.
Texas A&M.
He's a big Tebow type guy.
Yeah. So he was a dual threat high school quarterback. It translated to Texas A&M, but then he had to get out of there because there was so much talent. He got to Georgia Tech, and look, I'll say this. In 2023, he threw for double-digit interceptions. So what does that tell you about his passing skills? Now, last year, I believe he only had like less than 5 interceptions or something like that, if my memory recalls. But he was also hurt majority of the season. He was in and out, in and out. So look, when you're in a foxhole and you're in a tough situation, people usually revert back to what they're comfortable with. And Greg said it, hey, his feet. He'll pick up that ball and he'll run. So B-Watch, you are right. That discipline has to be on point. If they've been in that film room, if they trust in the tape, if they trust in their eyes, if they're aligned and assigned on the field, they should be all right. Right? You're not going to be able to just like zero him out, but you'll be able to put caps on how big those runs are. So that's what I say. But the penalties we can't go for. We can't be heavily penalized this game. We can't play from behind like that. Not beating ourselves.
I'm gonna tell you this. You talk about film. He watching film. He's watching film. So at the end of the day, he looking at all the people who ran over Colorado last year. The running quarterbacks gave Colorado time last year, and that was their biggest concern. So not only that his biggest strengths, he's looking at Colorado history. He's banking on the fact he's going to be able to run the ball. So at the end of the day, it's a matter of the linebacker core. It's a matter of, like you said, alignment and assignment to slow him down because that's his game. No matter who he play, he's finna run the ball. So that's why I say I'm not really concerned about him trying to really open up the passing game because he feel like that's what he do, and Colorado can't stop that. And until they stop that, he gonna be trying to pull that ball down. And then the good thing about it is it kind of worked both ways. Colorado has been practicing against running quarterbacks. He would going against, I don't know how much the Warrens go against Salter, but they get some looks. They even star about that running. So they've been getting some look at some very mobile quarterbacks. People don't talk about that. They've been getting some looks against that mobility. So both teams should be used to it because see their quarterback doing it and Colorado see their quarterback doing it. So it's not going to be foreign to Colorado to see because I'm gonna tell you, our playbook is looking similar. It's more emotion than you pay attention. It's more emotion going on than we used to have, and it's a lot of play action, and it's a lot of jet sweep and stuff. Salter running very identical stuff to what Georgia Tech gonna be trying to do. So it's gonna be different. People don't realize how different it's gonna be.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, Greg. Our defense should be used to that type of offense since they going up against K Salter in practice. Because a lot of times, according to the videos that they putting out, you see the one gets going up against the number one defense a lot. So I'll be looking at that. And Uncle Neela also said the player to watch out for on that defensive line is Brandon Davis Swain. Say he came in at 260, he's up to 300. And the last 2 weeks, he have came on. Say he's the player to watch out. They're gonna stop that run. Not Barnes, not McNeil, Brandon Davis Swain. What do you think about Brandon Davis Swain? I know that's great, boy. That.
Yeah, look, what I know about him, he was a highly recruited guy coming out of Michigan. Played for a good program up there in that Detroit area. So he been putting in his time, right? I know about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, look, development was a big thing. Coach Prime had just got on the scene at CU and everybody was already yelling about development. Well, golly, he just got to the program. So now we can discuss development, right? Now you can see, or hopefully we see the fruits of development. It was a guy that came in, didn't want to Coach Prime's first recruiting, first full recruiting opportunities at Colorado. It was a big get for them. They brought him in. It was no need for him to be a savior coming as a top-rated recruit out of the state of Michigan. Came in, he put in his work. Be what you said it, 260 to 300. Look,
yeah, what they said.
Look, I'm no mathematician, but I'm a street mathematician. That's 40 pounds right there. So we talking about development.
Damn, that's 40 pounds, man.
Exactly. We talking about development. So that's great for him. That's great for Uncle Neely to mention a guy like that, a young guy on the team that has developed through the program. And look, he'll get his opportunity this year to play during the rotation. And that's all you can ask for as a young guy, to have the opportunity to get on the field and make meaningful plays. And then that just gets you more playing time as the season goes on. So salute to Brandon Davis Swain, man. I know it's a long time coming for him, and I'm excited for the young man.
I'm not a big Swain guy. I mean, I know he was a big deal coming out of high school, and he was more a developmental guy last year. So I think the biggest thing, they say he put on weight. They say he been making his growth. So we're gonna see. I know he was a real big deal out of high school. So the skill set that maybe the size wasn't there. So
yeah,
we gonna see.
He got pushed around a lot. They say for the last 2 weeks of practice, he been standing up in that paint. Now, when you look at the offensive side, I heard I think it was Scott Proctor. I just got to watch. Scott Proctor said last year we used 23 different rotations on the offensive line. That's a lot, bro. I didn't think that, man. He said we used 23 different offensive line rotations. And then he said, and think about it. Jordan C was the freshman. He was the best offensive lineman on the team last year. But consider the recruiting that we have this year. We got Xavier Hill right beside Jordan C on that left side. I think one of y'all just said a while ago. And then you got the best one to me is Zach Chrysler right there at that right guard. To me, if they can stop that push up the middle at the guard and center position, if they can stop them crisscross and them what they call it? What they call it, Greg?
Oh, the stunts.
Yeah, the stunt. If they can stop the stunt, we'll be all right, man, up that middle.
It's gonna be different up that middle, man. They got you see how they block when they do it's real tough in that middle.
Man, I saw a picture a video Buffer Prime broke down the offensive line with Georgia Tech. Man, look like they was all in sync, man. They had all three linemen tucked this side, I said, damn, they block like that.
Hey, that's what we want to see for sure. We love to see it. Look, I'm not gonna lie, man. I was one of the ones that laughed when they said Gunna White. Gunna who? Man, we talking about Gunna, the rapper? I mean, I didn't know who they was talking about when they hired him, right? But look, after that hire, then you had the the elevation in the program of George Hegeman, and then further on, you had the hire of Andre Garrard to that room. So that let me know, look, Coach Prime, look, he really wants to address the struggles of the offensive line. All right. We went from Coach OB to Coach what's his name? Phil what was his name? I forget his name.
Feel old?
Uh yeah, Phil Loho. And now you got three coaches in there. So at best, you got six pair of eyes in there. I would even go farther to say you got eight pair of eyes in there because two of the coaches wear glasses. So they should be able to keep up with a lot of
JR, you
stuff,
wrong,
man.
man.
No, I'm just saying, look, they should be able to keep up and fine
Chat,
tune a
don't
lot
let
of things,
JR
B
get
Watts.
away what he just said, chat.
Oh, come on, B Watts. Come on, man. I'm just saying, you got
Right
you
down.
got three you got three brains in there. All right. You got NFL experience in there from two of the coaches. That's three minds. That's three pair of eyes. That's six eyes in there. But if you add the glasses, that's eight eyes. They should be
They
able to
killing,
catch a lot.
they
If
killing
we
you in this chat,
cannot
boy.
pick up a stunt this year, I'm going to lose my mind. I'm going to lose it. And I know Coach Prime probably going to lose his too. Look, hey, shout out to everybody that wear glasses. Hey, I wear some readers too every once in a while. I need to, read me, so I wear little readers too. Ain't nothing wrong with glasses. I'm just saying.
These said she went four. She got 4 eyes too.
Hey, we could not pick up a doggone stunt to save our life.
We
And that's
could, man.
interesting that you say that. 23 different O-line
That's what he
play
Googled it
for.
while on DNVR.
Wow.
He looked at it and brought it up. He said, do you know we use 23 different
Rotations? That's
lines?
crazy.
Yeah, we
That's
didn't play
23
12,
different rotations. And
12
look,
games.
We, I know. Look. The Baylor game was really noticeable for me because I remember seeing Benson go in and then Benson go out. Justin Mayers go in and then Justin Mayers go out. Only person that stayed on the field the whole time was Jordan Seaton. I'm telling you, Greg, it's crazy, man.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think one of the biggest things that Colorado got going on is the biggest thing that people gonna find out they got more than Jordan Seaton.
Yeah,
Jordan Seaton is gonna be the youngest and least experienced person on that line.
right.
And they playing Colorado like, that's all they got. They don't have nothing. They don't have this. They don't have that. They got so many what they say grad
Mm-hmm.
players out there. These guys got experience. So I don't
That was
know how
Coach Ryan
long,
said they got
they're gonna
Coach
find
Ryan said
out
they
real
got
soon.
Coach Ryan said they got a senior-led team this year, man.
They're gonna find out real soon what Colorado have. And it ain't gonna be just this whole Jordan Seaton thing. They're gonna get to see because Colorado, I mean, we always talked about depth when we talked about Colorado depth issues, like people get hurt or whatever, and we really was messed up. The last couple of years, somebody get hurt, just threw everything off. They got guys on the bench that can start. Cause I remember when they was recruiting these boys, I was like, dang, they keep on recruiting these seniors like they all ain't gonna be able to play. I was like, oh well. And I ain't really fresh on their mind on who they are right now, but I was just thinking like, golly, they just keep getting these guys got experience and they have size. So these ain't no Ruda Poot Colorado line that we had because we really deflect to the first year. And they just everybody just slamming through and running all over, and they still was only lost 6 out of the 8 games was by a touchdown or less.
Mm-hmm.
So and with the referees cheating and doing all kinds of weird stuff at the end of games and calling people catching balls out the blades of the grass and penalties, Colorado was just a sneeze away from being in the bowl game that year with a horrible line. And that's what these people don't want to believe about their life. They don't want to believe that. And last year, they seen Colorado took a major jump. They took a major jump last year. So if they had these mediocre lines, they talking about Shador. Let me tell you something about this. These quarterbacks they got now, they're gonna take advantage of some stuff that Shador didn't take advantage of. Shador didn't take advantage of the underneath stuff. He was bombing it out, but he wasn't taking advantage, and he didn't have no real tight end work, especially last year. This guy got tight ends. He got a running game that got a passing game to it. These running backs out the backfield. They got more weapons because it ain't just locked in on those. We still got the receivers, but we got more now. You got the receivers, and then you got tight ends and running back. That's why Colorado gonna be better. And nobody don't see that, but
yeah. Oh, been talking about that. I want to thank RD for the $4.99 super chats. He said, "Let's get
time out. That's $50, B Watts. That ain't $4.99, brother. That's $49.99.
Hey, I need some of them glasses now.
Hey, shout out to RD. That $50 gonna get B Watts a pair of glasses. Let's hear for all the 4-hour aunties. Salute to all the aunties out there that wear glasses. Look, if I see you at one of the games, I'll bring a pair of readers too. I'm gonna be in the crowd. Shout out to RD for the 50 ball.
Oh man, my bad. I missed that. I'm sorry about that, RD. I ain't know nobody do me like that. Appreciate you. Appreciate that. Appreciate JR for catching me on that. Now, let's talk about the running game. It's something that we all want to see. Y'all do. I don't, but all right.
Boring.
What's a good rushing attempt? How many rushes will be good to win this game for Colorado? Y'all opinion. Help me out, chat. How many times y'all want to, without K-Saw, just a running back, how many rushing attempts would you like to see Colorado attempt on tomorrow night? Talk to me, JR.
You want a range or you want a solid number? Just one number.
Hey, give me a range.
Give you a range. I'm going to say.
Hey, remember, I'm going to hold you on.
Oh, Lord. He probably going to keep it to it all season. You remember when JR said this? Come on, man. He's still bringing up when I said they was going to go 7-6. That was 2 years ago. But look, I'm going to say a solid range. If we could get between, I know earlier I said, about 4 or 5 days ago, I said 20 to 25. I'm going to bump it up from there. I'm going to say if we get 25 to 30 runs, 25 to 30 from them 3 running backs, hey, we in good hands right there. 25 to 30, because I'm not even including how many times K-Salt going to run it, like you said, B-Wise. 25 to 30, Greg. What you think?
Man, I feel like people watch too much ESPN, man. They got too much data availability. They got too much fantasy football. Cause like I ain't never heard so many people counting runs and stuff. Like they count stats like it's baseball, man. I'm gonna tell you something. Yeah, you know that everybody, people ain't never played ball for like, yeah, man, they gotta run the ball 45 to 50 times. Like, who's sitting there counting? Like, why do you see that? Like you put up the ESPN charts. Let me tell you. You want a number 40 times. I really don't know how many times they're gonna run the ball and should run the ball, because it's gonna depend on time of possession and all of that. Because you got another team trying to run the ball. You see what Kansas did, took all your darn time last year. So the defense is gonna determine that. Like you gotta be the defense getting them off the field, and then that determine how many possessions and plays and all that you get. But I think at the end of the day, as long they're gonna run the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's the running back or whether it's Salter gonna run the ball 10-15 times by himself. He gonna run the ball more time by himself than all the running backs ran it last year in the game put together. And I don't blame him, because he going against Georgia Tech.
Yeah, all right.
You see, y'all, let me tell y'all, man, y'all watch too much TV. Y'all remember this? Greg said it, so, and nobody want to say it. I'm from Atlanta. This Georgia Tech. This Georgia Tech. I don't know what kind of TV show y'all been watching, but nobody ain't checking for Georgia Tech like that in Georgia. I've been here my whole life. Ain't nobody scared of Georgia Tech but ESPN, and I guess they gonna tell you Colorado's supposed to be. Georgia Tech is not a world beater. Matter of fact, they is very similar to what Colorado used to be. An academic school who can't beat nobody because all the gangsters can't go there.
Yeah, engineers in medical school. Engineers in medical school. That's what they know for.
Georgia Tech is not a football school like that. They baseball decent. Georgia Tech is not a football. You showed me the last time Georgia Tech. That back in the 90s. Back in the 90s when Georgia Tech was like that. So, you know, don't quit playing with me. Like, y'all play with other folks. I know about Georgia Tech. They're right down the street. I ain't never respected Georgia Tech. When they would recruit me, I was dumb enough not to pay no attention to them. They was recruit. I didn't care. I was Georgia Tech. That Georgia Tech? I don't know. Yeah, they were decent when my time. They actually was good. They actually had Calvin Johnson came out after that. You know, they had some players, man. They had some good players in that run up before me and after me. So, you know, that ain't where it's at. Like, don't play with me about no Georgia Tech. I went to a couple Georgia Tech games over the year. Like I said, my cousin was there. Georgia Tech is fluky. They not good. They're not good, y'all. I mean, they can whoop you if you undisciplined. They always been good, even back in the day where they run their option and all that. They always been a team. But they had them and Navy and people like that always be, you know, number one in running. But they always 7 to 8. You know, they always a little below or a little above 500. That's Georgia Tech every year. And that's because they play in the sorry ACC. Duke, Boston College. And now Florida State ain't hitting on that. The only people they had to beat was Miami. They got Miami number. They done got Miami the last couple years. So you don't want to be on their bad side. You don't want to be on their bad side because they'll sneak you. But they ain't that kind of team. They're just not. So all Colorado have to do is beat Colorado. No. I'm not. He said, well, somebody asked why I'm in Atlanta. I'm in Atlanta, but I ain't in Atlanta. I'm Decatur. You know, I'm that kind of Atlanta. But when it comes to football, let me tell you something. Nobody care about no, you know, Georgia Tech like that. That's like nobody. I mean, even Kennesaw State won't even be scared of Georgia Tech.
Oh, come on, now.
Kennesaw State, right? Kennesaw State feel like they could beat Georgia Tech.
You don't need enough. That's enough. All right, check it
out. I'm just saying.
Kennesaw State.
We gotta stop on that one now.
Kennesaw State.
He was on the road. I ain't ready to go there now.
Tell me I'm lying. Pull it up.
JR. I got a super chat.
Yeah, I got you, man. Hold on, hold on. For the $10 holler, shout out to Janet. Hey, at Greg, you know everybody play Colorado like it's their playoff game. Greg?
We know.
Everybody still playing Colorado like it's the playoffs?
Appreciate that super chat to stop Greg in the track. Appreciate it. All right, I got to move on to this, fellas. We got 15 minutes. I got to move on to this. All right. When we look at the wide receiver room for Colorado, man, they deep, bro. They deep. And they're going to call for matchup problem for Georgia Tech. This their defensive coordinator first year. They lost some players on the back end of their defense. Man, Case Austin. And I heard Coach Brian, Juju going to play some too, if possible. Man, they ought to light that secondary up, man.
They should.
Look. And let me say something. I didn't say Tate. Did I say anything about Tate? Anybody lightly? I said they ain't who y'all trying to make them be. Now you be the fool and make them something that they ain't. You do that. But they ain't nobody said about lightly. Lightly,
yeah,
you make them heavily.
Come on, JR.
You take them heavily.
Nah, you didn't say that. You didn't say. Don't worry about it, chat. Come on, JR.
Hey, it's a shout out to Annette D55. for the $2 holler. Shout out to Annette for the $2 holler. Appreciate it, Annette. D55, $2. But
So
B Watts, look, we have a talented wide receiver room, but unproven in some areas, right? We've seen flashes from Omarion Miller. That's my guy. Oh, all right. That's my guy. We've seen flashes. Now it's his turn. Sincere Brown coming in with a very, very productive season his previous year at Campbell. Will he get opportunity this year at CU to catch that many targets, to put up that many yards? Then you got Draylon Miller, steady, exciting freshman. Now he's a true sophomore, ready to make an impact. You got guys like Isaiah Hodge that been getting developed, chomping at the bit to get on the field.
Oh, he gonna go off.
Chomping at the bit. And then look, I haven't even mentioned JoJo, right? JoJo, AAC, freshman of the year, highly productive guy, almost 600 yards last year, coming in at the tail end of Tulsa when he got the opportunities to get plays. The fabulous freshmen from the state of Texas, look, Farrakhan X and Q for 6. It's a lot of opportunity for guys to make plays on that field. It's a lot of opportunities. All right. Am I expecting Travis Hunter numbers? Am I expecting LaJohntay Wester numbers? You're damn right I'm expecting it, B. Watts. I'm expecting it. All right. I'm expecting it because they got a coach like Coach Phillips that stay on them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, you done been productive, but I still need more from you. You done caught this touchdown, but you missed that assignment over there. So I think these guys are gonna be productive. I'm excited to see it, but what I don't want to see is the game starting off in 5 wide, B Watts. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna lose my flipping mind.
He's gonna spread it and run it.
But
Yep.
I want to see my guy get his yards because he deserve it, man. He deserve it. He been grinding. Another guy developed in the system. He been grinding. Body looks completely different this year. It's old time to shine, so I want to see it, Greg.
Greg, what do you think about that wide receiver room for Colorado? Think it caused some mismatches for Georgia Tech?
I mean, of course. I don't know how many times where I gotta say it, y'all. These folks is not it's not a good matchup, talent wise. It has not been this year or last year. So if Colorado uses their talent properly, they will overwhelm Georgia Tech. This is not Duke. This is not Wake Forest. This is not that type of programs that they are playing against. I know everybody like to say Colorado don't have SEC talent. Well, I don't know, have you not been paying attention? They got to lay everything, and all. So, and they got some players that the SEC wanted. So I don't know how that's not SEC talent. So what happens is you put Colorado in a category like they subpar, lower than every other. You try to now they say since Colorado's in the Big 12, the Big 12 is the lower level. But ACC was that team that the conference that they wanted to dismantle before that. They wanted Florida State and Miami to lose the league. Right. So they've been like watered down. Clemson ain't what they used to be. Florida State ain't what they used to be. Miami is like the only thing they trying to camp up. That's a weak conference. So they can't act like Colorado is so subpar to the ACC. You're not the SEC, you're the ACC. And that's what they're going to find out.
You're right, Greg. I agree with you 100% on that take that when it comes to the wide receiver room and the talent that Coach Ryan assimilated versus Georgia Tech. Like I said, we've been Georgia. You told the truth. Georgia Tech ain't no world beater. Ain't nobody coming looking for no Georgia Tech. They just ain't. You say anybody going to a football game, they going to the University of Georgia game. They ain't going to no Georgia Tech.
They'll go to Georgia State game. They might go across.
They would. Yeah. They'll come to my high school game before they go to a Georgia Tech game. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real. Georgia Tech got that hype just because they went to 7 overtime, 8 overtime with Georgia. Yeah,
That
we
was
do
it.
know what it
Walter was trying to give him the game. You take the game. No, you take the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
You take the game. No, you
Yeah.
take it.
And plus, what? They didn't win the 7 game last year, right?
They won 7. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But
Won
anyway,
7.
they beat who twice? They beat Wake Forest, like he said, and who else? Virginia. Yeah.
Dude,
Wake
Yeah,
Forest,
man.
Virginia.
North
Yeah,
Carolina, North
Yeah.
Carolina
North
State.
Carolina was down last year.
Yeah, North Carolina State. Then they beat Savannah State. Then they beat Morehouse.
They you know they had some cupcakes in there, so you got to
Yeah,
add some cupcakes in there.
Morehouse, Albany State, West Georgia.
Yeah, they got some cupcakes.
Oh,
They got at least 2
But
cupcakes.
look here. I want to talk about who's going to be your defensive player of the game.
My defense player of the game, man. Look, hey, Memphis,
Who's going to be
Tennessee,
y'all
man.
defensive player of the game?
Memphis, Tennessee, man. Say, man, hey, man, the French, man. Look, dog. I like how he played, man. I like how he played, man. He got a certain excitement about him, man. He's he's a exciting player to watch, and he can run, man. When I say he can run, right? So I want to see it because that was definitely a deficiency that we had at linebacker last year. They'll put you in the medical tent, but if you 5 yards in front of them, they ain't gonna be able to hawk you down. But I think these guys, I think French, Reginald Hughes wouldn't have a problem running with somebody to at least angle them to a certain point. I mean, God, dog, Bentley couldn't even angle them to a certain point. They just run past the angle Bentley was trying to create. So, say, man, hey, man, give me French, man.
They said Benton had that bunion, man. They said he had that turf toe, man.
And that turf toe ain't no joke, man. That thing stayed with me for almost 2 years, man.
I had it my whole career. I didn't know what it was called. I ain't have no turf. But I'm telling you.
Coach Prime 8 toes down on turf toe, so.
Yeah. I can't Coach Prime had some too.
Yeah, Coach Prime 8 toes down on it, man.
That thing be up under your feet, feel like you're walking on a ball, man. Like a ball right up under your big toe. Who's gonna be your standout player on defense, Greg? I'm gonna say something you really gonna like. I know this gonna make your day. I'm gonna make your life today. But it's well deserved. Big Barnes.
There you go. I thought
Big Barnes he's disruptive out there. He feeling himself out there. He don't swap places with old Orders. Old Orders don't became the new Alabama boys. They don't tag you with. And now Orders out there acting like Barnes used that last year.
That's what I said.
Old Orders. Hey, Big Barnes is disruptive. I just don't want him to stand up like a tree when they go through that. You know what I'm saying?
He down low now.
Huh?
They got him going down low now.
Yeah, he low, but I need somebody Lightfoot or somebody get up in there, they get low and they make a mess,
Yeah.
But Big Barnes
so what happened to the development of Otis? He came from Alabama. Just wait on game day?
He could be possibly. Look.
He could be on the depth chart, bro.
He could be a game player.
On the depth chart.
He gonna need that depth. Right now he just a body. Might put him on a field goal block or something like that.
Yeah.
Put your hands up. Put your hands up.
He gonna be on special team.
You gonna be out there with your boy Ben.
Come on, man. Chill.
Hey, he's third on the depth chart.
Him, Ben, Timmons. Timmons gonna be
the man going through a lot, man. Cut him some slack, man. God, leave y'all hard on him, man.
Hey, Greg.
Slack, man. Oh, see, I ain't cool with y'all, man.
Hey, you remember when Coach Prime brought that shaft in there to talk to him?
Yeah.
Stick him up. Special team, get ready.
Yeah. Hey, when we say you gotta look back. It ain't right till you look back. You gotta look back. You gotta look back, make sure they ready.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't right, man. I can't with y'all, man.
Oh boy.
You're gonna get a lot of kickoffs. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna get more PT on the kickoff than receiver. Because
Look, I needed that lad. I got that cold out my chest then, boy. I needed those, boy.
This opportunity gonna come.
Stick him up. Special team.
B-Watts, you ain't right, man. You ain't right,
Drop
dog.
that field goal.
You ain't right. And Greg
Oh,
leading it
boy.
off. Greg, you ain't right, man. Talk about he gonna be on special teams.
Hey,
Coach Prime
all right.
say special teams gotta be special. So he gotta be on. If he gotta be on,
Yeah,
he
he's
gotta be
special,
on it,
all right.
man. It is what it is.
Yeah,
Man.
he's special. He's special. He's so special.
See, I can't with y'all, man.
Oh, okay. Who will be the freshman standout player of the game? Freshman.
Freshman standout player of the game. I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna go with Q for 6, man, because I think he's gonna be the guy that gets the opportunities. I would like to say Faircon X, but he behind a few players on that, on that depth chart when it comes to being at the receiver position. But I think Q for 6. I think he's gonna get his opportunity. It's probably gonna be on kickoff return. I don't think they're gonna put him out there on punt return immediately, but kickoff return. If Georgia Tech kicker does not put it out the back of the end zone and that young man gets the opportunity to get that ball, I think he's gonna make a big splash in the punt return. So Q for 6, Greg, give me Q for 6.
Q for 6. I don't know, man. I'm looking for Big Ben to go down there and crack somebody. Big Ben on the kickoff team. Go cause a fumble or something. You gonna take it out on somebody.
Freshman.
Oh, I'm thinking about Big Ben. I don't know, man. I'm still with Gibson. I'm still with Gibson. Because I don't think we've seen what he's gonna do yet. I know I was with him before a lot of people was, and they were like, he's too small. And then we seen him get out there, and it's like, so, I'm thinking about, I want to see him out there on the special teams. I want to see him get some little packages in there and stuff like that. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay. All right. Give me I got 3 minutes. Hey, give me your score prediction, man.
I'm sticking with it, man. See you by 10. It's gonna be 27-10, man. All right, we're gonna get a few scores in there. It's also gonna be a few field goals in there. So yeah, give me 27-17. See you. That's what I got.
Man, I gotta do this.
You ain't got to, you don't want to.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody like to do these numbers and stuff. Our numbers be all right, but I'm gonna say I'm gonna go 28. Did you say 28-17?
I said 27-17. Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking 28. Yeah, 28. I go 28-17. It could be 28-21. It's time defense play, but I'm 28.
All right.
Field goal.
All right. I think it's gonna be 30-10. I'm going with 30-10. 30-10. See you. All right, I need to switch over for a few minutes. Look at here. The Cleveland Browns signed another quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another 4th quarterback in the room. Think somebody getting traded?
Nah, that's an insurance policy.
Who's somebody?
See, B.Y. Don't start, B.Y. Don't start, man.
I just saw something on the internet that said somebody trying to go to the Steelers.
Don't start, man.
I'm just saying.
Somebody.
4 quarterbacks in this room with Cleveland Browns. They brought in another. He was there. He finished the last game of the season. And now they bring in another. Bringing him back to put on the practice squad. The head coach came out and said Shadour's still going to be QB3. So I just don't see him. I'm like JR now. I don't see him carrying on 4 quarterbacks. I think they're trying to trade one.
Well, they still talking about Watson too. Now they all of a sudden Watson.
Yeah, I don't think Watson come back. I'm just saying.
But they trying to talk him up.
Traded. Who you think? I believe they trying to trade DG.
Nah, they ain't trying to move off DG, man.
That's what I'm hearing, JG.
You hear stuff? Hold on, JR. You know the last time you talk about Augusta leaving.
I'm just hearing.
B. Watts be sending them chat GPT emails out to. That's what B. Watts be doing. B. Watts colluding now.
Showcasing DG. They trying to move off because the general manager trying to stack next year's draft picks.
I mean, I already got 10 draft picks next year. They
And
pretty stacked.
the word that I got, he got a 4th round offer for DG, but he turned it down. He wanted a 3.
Is that the same people that said Charlo was going to Pittsburgh and the Broncos and
I ain't talking about
everybody?
I'm not talking about that. I don't know what you get. I ain't heard of
the
that.
internet. The internet.
So I ain't dealing with the internet. I'm dealing with phone calls.
Oh, you got the GM calling you, the assistant GM calling you.
His assistant.
You watching these?
I don't see it. I don't see it, D. Watts. I see it as an insurance policy. I see you bring in Bailey Zappi. Look, he got a couple years of NFL experience under your belt. Again, you got a starting quarterback that's 41 years old, and then behind him you have 2 inexperienced rookies.
Man, they say Watson look good, man. They said Watson gonna be back by the end of the season.
That's what they said. They said maybe by November. But
right. So that's when they're expecting to fall apart. When they said Shador get in, soon Shador be like me, then Watson walk past him. Here I go, coach.
Yeah, I think it's just an insurance policy. I don't think Bailey Zappi will finish the season with the Cleveland Browns, but they need somebody that can come in, that can assimilate to the program, pick up the playbook really quick in case of an emergency. Because if Flacco go down, then you're stuck with 2 rookies to go through. Let's say Flacco go down the first game of the season, then you're stuck with 2 rookies through the first 6 games, and that's all schedule.
So why they didn't keep Snoop Huntley?
Nah, they didn't want Snoop Huntley. That's not the style of quarterback he want. He don't want nobody that's gonna run. He don't want no running quarterback. They just brought Snoop Huntley in as an active arm. That's all. He was sitting on the couch. They brought him in.
They wanted Snoop Huntley to be on the scout team for all them other running quarterbacks they're gonna be facing. So they should have brought him back on the scout team because he is the scout look for Lamar Jackson.
They don't care about
what Allen up there. All these running quarterbacks they about to face, they need somebody on the scout team that's gonna run.
They'll use the receiver off the scout team.
You had a quarterback like that you familiar with, and that's what they bought him for.
They want somebody that could just move the ball down the field, man.
You at least help him on the scout team.
And what Bailey Zappi come from that Bill Belichick system, right? He played under Bill Belichick for a while. I don't know where he played at last year, but I know he was in New England for some time when Bill Belichick was there. So they just looking for somebody and an insurance policy. That's what Bailey Zappi is. He won't finish the season with Cleveland, especially when they activate. If they activate Deshaun Watson in November, Bailey Zappi gone. There won't be no need to keep him on the roster.
Deshaun Watson gonna be the greatest thing since sliced bread. It's gonna pass everybody.
I mean, look, Deshaun Watson talented. I ain't gonna hold you.
They gonna do 5 quarterbacks a year, so.
Boy, that's crazy. I just think it's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. The way they handle that situation. I just want to touch base with y'all. That also, what you think about Jerry Jones trading Micah to Green Bay?
Man, what's going on in Dallas? First Luka.
He gets 2 first-round draft picks for him. One in 2026 and one in 2027. But my thing is, Green Bay got a good team, so he ain't finna get the top of the draft. He gonna get the bottom of the first-round draft pick, about 20 or 25. That's great.
I mean, Jerry Jones just looked at it as, look, man, hey, I'm trying to do business with. To me, that's odd, though, right? So what's the point of having an agent if you don't want to talk to my agent? Yeah. So when Dak Prescott signed his deal, did Dak Prescott not broker that deal with his agent? Dak Prescott just brokered the deal by himself. So I don't get it, man. I mean, look, the story goes that Jerry Jones sat down with Michael Parsons. They agreed to terms, and then Michael Parsons reneged on the terms. Like, hold on, man. I talked to my agent. My agent's saying this. But shout out to Michael Parsons, man. $47 million a year.
Yeah.
And look, word on the street, Dallas was trying to give him, the initial offer was like 40 and a half million. I think he got up to as high as 45. But Green Bay said, look, we'll give you 47. Hey, go get that money. Go get that money, man. So shout out to Michael Parsons. But I don't know what Jerry Jones doing, man. Who knows?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I hope Dallas lose every game.
Yeah, I thought they could have a chance to win division to me, but now they ain't gonna win that no that. They ain't
Nah,
got no
they're not gonna generate no pass rush, that's for sure.
nah. So all right, fellas. Want to appreciate y'all tonight. Appreciate the chat once again. Bill, that #1 in the chat. Appreciate y'all tonight. But hey, let's get you last. Oh no, talk about the sponsor, Greg and JR. I still ain't got that promo. I guess you don't get nothing about it. I ain't gonna keep worrying about it now.
What promo you need? I don't get you what you asked.
You said. Hey, what he say, JR?
What
he tell Chat? What he tell Chat? What he tell Chat?
Because you were hating because you said you had your little show, and I told you I got a webinar on Tuesday.
What little show? I ain't got no little show. I got a big time show.
Yeah.
All right.
I ain't gonna cancel my big time show for your little
big time show. You didn't want to cancel it, so why would I give you
Shout out to Reliant. Shout out to Reliant. Shout out to Reliant for the sponsorship. Reliant for the sponsorship. Estate planning services. Again, this is important. This is important. In the Black community, right? We always talk about building generational wealth. This is a pathway to building generational wealth. All right. This is the pathway to understand how to go about setting up your family for success. It's serious business. It's serious business. Coach Prime talked about it himself. Look, Coach Prime signed a contract 5 years. What was it? 56 million, something like that. But he said, I had to get my affairs in order. Shout out to Reliant Estate Planning Services. It's customized planning and solutions, asset protection and preservation, peace of mind and family harmony. These are some of the things that you can bring to yourself and to your family. It's critical. It's critical. It's critical. It's critical. Can't say enough about it. Again, the number, if you want any information, 770-273-9673. Shout out to Greg Said It. Greg Said It. When that webinar coming up, bro?
Yeah, when that little bit of that big time, when that big time webinar coming up,
big dog, big deal. I'm waiting for B. Watts to get his estate plan. I gotta go meet with him.
I got my shit together. My stuff already taken up. I don't need no Greg.
B. Watts ain't got his trust. I gotta get with B. Watts. Look,
you ain't gotta worry about me. This your stuff.
I'm worried. Look here. Tuesday, 8 p.m.
Hey, JR, I'm talking about JR. Why I gotta talking about on my little show and he don't never say nothing about it on his big show?
Because I ain't want to undercut your sponsorship.
Why make that make sense?
I ain't got nothing to do with it.
It's no sponsorship. You want me to double up on a sponsor?
Chad, I ain't got nothing to do with it, Chad.
JR.
I ain't got nothing to do with it, Chad.
JR, why my little show got to shut down for his big webinar?
Chad, I ain't got nothing to do with it, Chad.
Hey, Chad, if y'all want B-Watts to shut down for the estate plan, put in the chat. We got 8 p.m. You know, what time you go live Tuesday? 8.
I'm every night. I don't shut down for President Day. So what makes you think I'm going to shut down for?
Lord.
Look. Hey, text more for more information. Look here. Even you don't get, but look here. I know we talked about wills, trust, and all that good stuff. I'm surprised Coach Prime didn't have all that set up. But at the end of the day, power of attorney is a lot of things that people look over. Power of attorney is a big deal. A lot of people don't think about that stuff until the last minute. You know, they be trying to do it on the bed, try to get somebody's hand and write it down. And so, you know, this is just certain things you want to have in place, like the power of attorney. That's a big deal. A lot of people overlook not having that kind of stuff in place. Yeah, you need your trust and all that for your assets, and you need your will, and then wills and trust are not the same thing compared to, you know, contrary to popular belief. So, you know, want more information, that a number that's 770-273, like 2673, like Jay Boston said. You want more about the webinar, go ahead and text. It's stated.
All right, you heard it from J.R. Boston and Greg Said It about the webinar for estate planning service. Contact the number on the flyer. I think it's 770-273-9673. All right. Once again, you're watching another edition of Sports Talk. We'll be watching.
Got a special expert, RD say, who's presenting. Got a special expert, estate expert coming in on do the webinar.
So now I didn't.
I said we have an estate planning expert. He's coming in. Is going to do the webinar on that day.
Oh, okay. I got you, man. I got you. All right. Once again, don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. As soon as the game go off, I will have a live show. As soon as Georgia Tech, Colorado game go off. All right, fellas. Appreciate you for another successful night. Chat, you're always number one. All right. Y'all have a good night. Appreciate y'all, fellas.
Are you practicing to practice or you practicing to be great? Which way am I going?
That bus coming, you on the way.